Okay. So I'm going to record this for some of the people who probably are not able to make it tonight because they're still going to want the replay. So one of the things that I want to tell y'all, a lot of the times that when we feel stuck, it is because we are doing multiple things, right? You have to get in a habit of saying to yourself, I'm only one person, so I'm only doing one thing at a time. One of the things that, has helped me is taking life and business one thing at a time. Another thing that I want you to start thinking about, sister, is don't overthink things, right? So it sounds like you're very in your head about stuff. One of the things I want you to know is that if you don't post it, if you don't put it out, like you literally miss 100% of the shots that you don't take. So you got to start saying, you know what, I'm going to still put it out there and be confident in it, because you just never know, like what you're putting out there, you never know how that can potentially help somebody. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, next person. Tell me what you're struggling with, sister.
Hi, my name is Tarika.
Hey, Tarika.
Hi. My struggle right now is trying to find out how to create active income. Like, do I want to sell products, or like, I don't know. I'm stuck right there.
Okay, so you don't know if you want to. You ever thought about creating a digital course? What do you specialize in?
I specialize in locks and natural hair, and I'm also a traveling wedding stylist. So I really don't know. I do a little bit of everything. So the traveling wedding work, I do mainly Caucasian hair, and in the salon I do, our hair.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, Tarika, one of the things you got to think about is if you start a product line, I want you to know that, and here's how I started my product line. Before you start anything, before you start selling anything, you need to know what the consumer wants, right? The bigger the problem, the bigger the payout, right? Bigger the problem, bigger the payout. So what is it that they want from you? So if you were to say, okay, I'm going to go to product line way, you need to go to jotform.com and you need to create that free quiz that we talked about on one of our last Zooms, right?
Right.
The free hair quiz with the 5 very specific questions. The first 3 questions, you should be something where you can get a yes from them. Are you looking to grow your hair? Most people are going to say yes. Are you looking to stop breakage? Most people are going to say yes, So the first 3 questions you want to get a yes from. And then, and the reason why I'm telling you to do that, sister, is because that is one of the things that I feel like set me apart. I was able to charge more for my products. And I also, was able to not only charge more for my products, but I was able to sell more, right? And who don't want that? So you got to identify what the person wants. If you go the digital right, the digital way, then you have to think about what is it that somebody would want to learn from you, right? And is it worth teaching? Now, if you go that way, is that one of the ways? Is it either the digital, or you didn't really say digital, but I know you kind of want to diversify.
Right. The digital probably will work best for me.
Okay. So then what you want to do is you want to make sure you have a camera. You always want to make sure your lighting is very, very, very good. Okay. You want to make sure your lighting is very good. You want to get you a ring light from Amazon. When I type in ring light on Amazon, the very first light that pop up, that's the light I've been having for years. Okay. Or the second light. It's the same. It's the first light that pops up, but I've ordered like 2 of them. So that is a light that that you're going to want to get to record. You're going to want to turn your phone sideways, because when we do digital courses, we actually use Thinkific to create the courses. And when you record with the phone going a long way, you end up it's only like half of the screen, but when you go sideways, it's like the full screen. So if you do start recording step by step, you want to have the phone sideways. You want to make sure the lighting is really, really good. So get your ring light from Amazon. And the other thing that you want to do is you don't want to record these videos. This is for anybody who's on here. Never record a video, your whole, course, or, your whole course should not be a run-on 4-hour video. Somebody may just want to know first step, what do I do? The first thing, is it consultation? Is it the shampoo? What are you doing? And then the next module, hey guys, welcome to module 2. In this module, I'll be teaching boom, 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 boom. Okay.
Mhm.
So you want to have it in modules. Okay. I know a lot of times we do these videos and then we're like, oh my God, that was a big mistake I made, you know, trying to have like, it was like a 4-hour recording. It was crazy. I didn't know better though. So it's small things that we do that can really kind of hinder us. So just kind of keep those things in mind. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Next.
Hey, my name is Danielle, and
Hi,
I'm
Danielle.
here. Hey, I'm here to just learn a little bit more about systems. I took Millionaire Barber's course this morning, and it was amazing. And I follow you often, and I was like, I have to get in this class because I need to learn more. So systems for me is where I'm at.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I am not the systems girl. So Millionaire Barber has built out all of my systems, my funnels, everything for me. And he's been able to generate me millions of dollars beyond the chair because I have a funnel system, but it's not something that I actually did.
Okay. I mean, but I still listen to you. You're amazing. So I'm here for whatever you teaching. I'm here.
Yes, so I'm really good when it comes to branding and marketing, and those are some of the things that I cover typically. Chan, did you have anything to say? I know my partner is on here.
Yes, I want to answer any questions that they may have about your brand or your marketing when you first started out, or even right now, and I can answer those questions. So if anybody got some questions right now that they want me to answer in particular about the automation behind the closed doors, I'm here to answer that, and I'll even share the computer screen so you all can look. So I want to take some questions right now. Anything that y'all want to know about the automation and behind closed doors of what's going on. So Karen, Sparkle, Tarika, Sandra, Anaya, Danielle, Ryan, who's it?
I don't have any questions right now, but I took your class this morning. So I'm going to be implementing those things that you taught today.
Okay. Yeah, I remember seeing you, Danielle. Yeah, this is the time for y'all to ask some questions, and then we'll probably be sharing the computer screen showing y'all some stuff too.
I have a question. I'm new to this. This is gonna start off as like kind of like a side for me. But I just wanted to know like about how to get started with creating products. And so, I guess how to get started with like square one, basically. I'm at square one. And so what is like the steps to kind of get started with product creating? And I know like, finding a problem and a solution is the first one, but just some things that I can kind of check off the list if possible.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do, and this is what they teach in the high level masterminds, and this is something that I shared with Atlanta Hair Doctor before she created a product line. She did the quiz funnel, meaning put a quiz out there for your audience to take so you can first see what problems they have. And you may have already done this. You probably already know what problems they have, what pains they have. And if you already know that, that's good because you can use that quiz funnel based on the way they answer those questions. And if you ask them, what's keeping you up at night? What's the biggest problem with your hair? If that's the type of product you're doing, you can ask them, if you could wave a magic wand, how would you solve it? So now your target audience has told you what type of problem they have, and they'll even suggest how you can solve it. Now, the great thing about that, you can use the words that they're saying in the quiz as marketing, as bait, as your tagline. So if they keep talking about, I have a dry, itchy scalp, and it just itches like crazy. If a lot of people are saying that, then your tagline may be, are you frustrated with dry, itchy scalp? Is it running you crazy? And then in parentheses, want to solve it, click the link. So that's something for everybody. Before you do a product line, most people will just do a product line because family members, friends, a few clients told them, hey, you need to do this, or it's something that you want to do. Well, make sure that you all do that quiz funnel because that's very important. What if we were opening up a restaurant? I talked about this earlier, and we all like steak. So we open this extravagant steakhouse, but we find out that the community, the people around us are vegans. So before we even create this product, we need to see who this product is going to be for. What do they want? What problem does it solve? What problem does this product solve? Do you want to discuss that? Or does it solve a particular problem? I'm trying on this product. Did you want to talk about this product?
Yes. Are you talking to me?
No, she asked about creating her product line, but I was telling her about the quiz funnel that you did in the beginning. So you showed you what types of problems they had. It even showed you what type of product you needed to create. So I was sharing it with her.
Correct. Yes. I think we gotta make sure everybody's, y'all are muted. Just make sure y'all are muted. So what was the question she had?
She asked about the product line. I don't know if she's in your blueprint or not, because I know in your blueprint, they all have your wholesale vendors and your direct contacts, but I don't remember her name.
Who was asking that question? I think that's what Chen is asking y'all.
It looks like she left the group. It looked like she left.
Oh, okay, maybe she got kicked out. Okay, no problem. So I want to go over a couple things with y'all today. Chen, you want to pull everything up so we can talk?
Yes. Let me pull it up on that computer. Let me share that screen. Hold on.
So how many of you, because we're gonna talk about how they can find new clients, right, Chen? I don't know if that's even something we should kind of cover. I kind of want to know what they're struggling with, you know? So in the I think that's where we were. So if you didn't get a chance to say what you were struggling with, can you unmute and tell me what you're struggling with? The biggest thing, just say my name is and what are you struggling with? I know I don't know who we were on, but you're welcome to unmute. All right, so it looked like everybody had already asked the question. So how many of you understand the importance of branding and marketing? I think that's one of the things I want to kind of talk about tonight, right? I want to talk about branding and I want to talk about marketing, right? So one of the things that I want y'all to understand is that it's so important to create a brand. Most of you probably was able to see that Black Friday, I had 17,000 orders and everybody was like, oh my God, your products are just so great, which I believe that my products are great. But I really believe that it's all about having that brand, right? It's all about building that know, like, and trust. So what I want you guys to think about tonight is how can I build a know, like, and trust, right? How can I build a know, like, and trust with what it is that I currently have, right? Whether it's a community, whether it's Instagram, how can you build a know, like, and trust? And I want y'all to write it down. It's called KLT. That is what we call it. We call it know, like, and trust, right? When people know, like, and trust you, they're more prone to spending money with you. So I want to give you guys some examples. I like when Chen give this analogy. Chen, can you give them some examples of what a brand is? And this is going to put it in perspective for them as well. Can you give them some of that, Chen?
My internet was going in and out. Can you tell me that again? Because my internet
No,
went
I
in
was
and
saying
out.
we was talking about branding and marketing, the importance of it. So I was saying, can you give them some examples of it?
Yes. Do you want me to share the screen or?
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Well, I'll just share a few things. So the first thing that we want to do in this branding and marketing, let's talk about some of the biggest mistakes that people make. They talked about this in some of the masterminds that from year. Most people have names that people those are easy.
Y'all, is he breaking up or is it just me? Is Chin breaking up, y'all?
Yes, ma'am, he's breaking up.
Yes, yes.
One moment.
Names. Why do you think they have? Think about some of you all's Instagram names. Write this down. It may be easy for you to spell, but homework. Ask one time and one time only.
Chin, you're breaking up so badly, you're gonna have to repeat that. The internet does not work.
So I think my internet, let me know if y'all can hear me. Because that internet was breaking up really bad. Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we can hear you now.
Still breaking up? All right, so my mic is not working. Is my mic working now? Let me know.
We can hear you.
Y'all can hear me.
Yes.
Okay, so great. So let's talk about the mistakes. So write this down. Tell your name to 5 people. One time only. If they say, huh, what you say, can you repeat that? What does that tell you? Does anybody know what that tells you?
They're not listening.
Well, all right. Let me tell you my name. Is that Danielle? Who said that?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know my biological name, Danielle?
Yes.
What?
Looking at the Chin Naway.
Nah. Okay, let me tell you my name. Uchendiwani.
Okay.
Now, spell it.
CHIN.
No, that's just that's not my name up there.
Okay.
That's
I
just
don't
a
know how to
look.
spell it.
So I'm gonna tell you my name. Uchendi Obadike Uwandiwani. That's my name.
Okay.
Were you listening?
You said it kind of fast, but I
Yes.
was listening.
Okay. Uchendi Obadike Uwandiwani. Were you listening?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, most people have names on social media that you all can't even spell. Does that make sense? A lot of you have names that are Ebonics. Are y'all familiar with that? So an educated person, if somebody says a name Ebonics or whatever this Ebonics, an educated person is going to spell it the grammatically correct. Correct? Is that right? Okay. So now think about this. Our name must be easy. Have y'all heard of Home Depot? Yes.
Yeah.
Have y'all heard of Target? Yes. Why? Burger King, Walmart, Sam's. Those are easy names. Why? Because they've done studies where they spent millions of dollars. Amazon, okay? Google, Facebook, easy names, correct? Why is that? Because they know You must be spellable, your name, and you must be findable. If people can't spell your name, if they can't remember it, and you have a $1 million product that will solve problems, but they can't spell it or find you, how are you gonna sell the product? Think about that. So, with that being said, some of us need to change our names. Now, we need to think about a superhero name. Now, do you all know who Linda Carter is? Anybody?
Yes,
Who is Linda Carter?
Superwoman.
Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
Great.
Wonder Woman.
Peter Parker.
That's Spider-Man.
Right now, but everybody on here doesn't know who Peter Parker is. Everybody don't know who Clark Kent is. Like, my mama don't know who Sean Carter is. A lot of y'all know who Sean Carter is. That's Jay-Z. So now, what is your superhero name? Some people don't know who Jasmine Williams is, but they know the Atlanta Hair Doctor. Okay. Most people don't know Snoop Dogg's real name. So that's what I mean by a superhero name, a branded name. So we got to ask ourselves, and this is some homework, what's going to be your brand name? And you can go to namecheckr.com, namecheckr.com to see if that name is taken. Another mistake, and then I'm going to pass the baton back to Jasmine. You want to make sure, okay, we have a lot of ladies on here. Great. I'll give you this analogy. What if you were talking to a guy or dating him and you snuck in his wallet and you saw his driver's license and it had a totally different name? And then you went even deeper and looked at his social security card, totally different name. Credit card, totally different name. What would you think? Anybody want to comment?
Scammer.
Okay, now, not you all, but a lot of people on social media has a different name on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube.com, their .com name, Clubhouse. They got all these different names. And they say, well, it's taken over here, taken over there. Well, just like she just said, that makes your business look like what? Not trustworthy, scammer, like she said. So those are some things about branding. So before we even get into spending money trying to sell this product, whatever, we need to get this stage first correct. The first stage, Jasmine.
Yes, thank you so much. That was really good. Anybody have any questions before we kind of go along? Anybody have any other questions? Anybody else? Any questions? All right, so let's just move right along. So the next thing that I kind of want to talk about is something that I kind of learned because we were talking about branding. So I kind of want to stay on track with Chin. What was that earlier that you were showing me? It was a tip that I was supposed to give them. Do you remember?
Was it name check R? I know I talked about that earlier because a lot of people want
Yes,
to know.
we got to go over that. Yes, name check R. Yes, go ahead, Chin.
I'll put it in a chat box. Because I don't know if it'll allow me to share the screen. Okay, I put that in the chat box. The name check R. And if you all go there, you can type a name in it and it'll tell you if it's taken or if it's available on all the social media handles. Now, can everybody put in the chat box your branded name? I want y'all to type in the chat box your branded name and we want to look at it. And I want y'all to comment on some of these branded names. Now I'm gonna put my first branded name in here when I joined that mastermind. And that used to be my Instagram name. So Jasmine, maybe you can look at some of the names and some of y'all can look at some of the names, because from looking at some of these names, some of them are very difficult.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So is this y'all Instagram name? So some of the things I want y'all to think about is you want it to be easy for somebody to read or understand. So Beauty Vibes by THII. I don't even know really how to say it. Kendra did that. Okay, that sounds good. Simone and Company. Is that how it is on Instagram? Hair by Sparkle. That's very easy. Savon Beauty Lounge. And you kind of want everything to be spelled how it's supposed to be spelled, right? So you think about Home Depot, Target, Lowe's, Burger King, McDonald's. Like they're not trying to, instead of using I don't know, S, they're using a money sign. Like you want it to be just one simple, easy to read name. That is huge when it comes to Instagram. Ria Day Image. So I gave you guys some examples. What
Can I
question?
explain mine?
Who
This
is
is
that?
this is Tarika. This
Sure.
so it's Ria Day Image, and that's hair spelled backwards. People always ask me, but it's hair spelled backwards, and it's Ria Day Image. So hair day image.
Okay, let me look at it.
Okay, give them the Oprah Winfrey thing, Jasmine.
Water. I love when you do that, Chin. I can't do that as good as you. Go ahead.
Okay, so this is something that I learned in one of the high-level masterminds. I want all of y'all to imagine that you're on the Oprah Winfrey Show, Ellen DeGeneres, or Steve Harvey. And they're gonna say, hey, I'm gonna make you a millionaire today. You're gonna sell out all your products because I'm gonna tell everybody how great you are. And then I want you to tell the world how they can find you. Now you're going to be on live on air all over the world, but you're only going to have 10 seconds or 5 seconds to tell everybody. So the last person that talked, hair spelled backwards, you're on Oprah Winfrey Show. Tell everybody they can find you. Tell them your name.
Ria Day Image.
Now, okay. The question is, it just went to millions of people. Ladies, do you all think you all will be able to find her? Would you be able to spell that correctly? I want to know in the chat box. And maybe so. Some of y'all could. Now, some said they could, some said they couldn't. I know the men can't. We're real, okay. Some of them said yes. If the majority says yes, then, okay, they said they would have a hard time spelling it. Then some said they could. Okay, so we got probably a 50-50. All right. How would y'all spell it? I would probably spell it REAH, I guess. That's probably how I would spell it. I don't know. But I would ask 10 people. And you may want to keep that name. You may not. That's not for us to decide on here. But that's the Oprah Winfrey, the Steve Harvey. They always tell everybody, if you tell somebody your name, the whole wide world, would they be able to find you? Would they be able to spell it? And that's a test that everybody on here needs to run for their brand. Jasmine. Okay, we'll keep going. Let's see. Another thing, make sure that you all get the .com name. Get the .com, the .org, and the .net. They only cost a couple of dollars. Make sure that name matches your social media. So she should have the .com, the .net. It should match Facebook, Instagram. You should have the same name everywhere. Okay, let's see. We're moving on. Now, another thing. Any sports fans on here? Somebody put their favorite sports team down here. Put in the chat. Put in the chat. Cowboys. Okay. What about them Cowboys? When she said Cowboys, immediately the silver and blue and white came to my mind. Does anybody know that's the Cowboys colors? If we say Pittsburgh Steelers, what comes to y'all's mind? Cincinnati Bengals. Okay, what came to my mind? Immediately orange and black. So, what are your colors? When people, okay, Home Depot, what color came to your mind? Facebook, what color came to your mind? Colors being a lot. When we go to church, we see a lot of blues, a lot of whites, honesty, integrity, heaven. That's what that signifies. We don't see reds. If you see reds in church, that reminds us of hell. So what are your colors? And stick to those colors. A lot of people have a brand, but they'll start marketing with all types of different colors. You want to stick to that brand. What are your brand colors? And colors mean something, like I said. Notice on weight loss, if you see weight loss products like a cleanse or whatever, you see like maybe green, white, stuff like that. If it's some type of fat burner, we see like a red or black, you know, that type of bottle. So that's very important too. Jasmine.
Yes, thank you so much for that, Chin. Before we go any further, anybody have any questions?
Can you give them some of the apps for Instagram so they can have their branded colors? Some good Instagram apps. I know you use InShot is a really good one.
Yeah, I love InShot. Canva is really nice. Those are really the two that I really use. Wait, I think that there's another one.
I know you had Word Swag. I'll type that
Word,
in too.
Word Swag. Yeah, I did. I'm looking on my phone. Let me get the rest of them.
Spacey is another one. So you can
Oh,
space out your.
Spacey, yes.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the app that is comes across the screen with bolded letters and sometimes it's colored when you're speaking?
Let me check my phone. I'm looking. I thought I had that on my phone. Let me check because I got so many apps. Mm, One of them I know is Talkie. Have you heard of that?
No.
Okay. Let me see. I'll put that on here. Now, I will share another good app with y'all. I know Jasmine probably wants to share some stuff. Jasmine,
Yes.
I didn't know if you wanted to share something with them.
I think we shared the apps. Let me think, what else? We talked about the bio. I don't know if they were on here last time, for that. I got everybody question, I think next week, I want to go over some more stuff. I don't know if I have anything. Am I leaving out anything, Chin? I know what was really, so here's one of the, let me say this though, Chin, right? Y'all, even in things like this, right, in these webinars, right? I do not want y'all to get overwhelmed. I think what a lot of times what happens is we become extremely overwhelmed because it's like an information overload. So you got to pick one thing and start there. So like 1 week we were talking about, and I don't know for how many of you are new here, but like a lot of the times the reason why we can't charge our prices and we can't charge our prices and we don't have a brand, we're not marketing, it is because we don't understand that we have to solve a problem. And that's what I was saying earlier, the bigger the problem, the bigger the payout. So you got to start thinking of yourself as a solutionist and saying, how can I solve a problem? And when you figure that out, whatever you do, it should be in your bio, right? So your bio should literally speak about the problem and the pain that you solve. So I help hairstylists, get from beyond the chair, right? Make money beyond the chair. You could be, I help women with braids grow out their hair. Are you struggling with shedding, breakage, lack of growth? Click the link. We got to get our links up, Chin. A lot of what we need is automation. We need mentorship. And that's really it. Like, that's what a lot of us, that's what we need. Our next level is going to require some automation and it's going to require a mentor. So I don't think I have anything else. I know, we have about another 10 minutes. I could definitely take some questions, Chin, unless you want to, add anything else.
You said a lot. Everybody on here, you need to start posting every day and going live every day. It's 24 hours in a day, 1,440 minutes in a day. If you could take a couple of minutes each day and do that, over time, you're going to see a lot of things change. You can have all the automation, the funnels and everything. That's great. But the number one automation that you need is this right here, your mouth showing up. Because when people hear you talk and speak, the more you talk and speak, it's going to build up know, like, and trust. So it's very important that you all start showing up. And Jasmine just said that big problem. What is the number one biggest, most painful problem that you solve? That's something you want to think about. Okay, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Chin. So before we end, y'all, we do this every week. You are welcome to come, ask questions. I always teach you, kind of talk about something a little different. Anybody have any questions though before we end?
I do have a question for you.
Yes, hey, who's that speaking?
So how did you know when it was time for you to leave from behind the chair? Because I love doing hair, but like it's a lot of like painless bags and sometimes my feet is hurting. So how did you know when it was time for you to leave the chair?
That's a great question. Well, it wasn't, I mean, of course, I do have varicose veins and I have a lot of pain in my wrist, but I knew that because I was making more money not working than working. So, it kind of became a no-brainer. I'm like, I was only working 1 day a week and I was doing Fridays. So I was going to take I charge like $350. It takes me about 30 or 45 minutes to perform the scalp treatment. So I'm going into the salon, I'm working from 9 until pretty much 1, and I'm making it like a couple $1,000s, right? So I'm like, okay, I made $2,000, but honestly, I make more money with my automations. So I've been making money since, like the morning, so when I go to sleep, midnight is a new day. I wake up, I already made $2,000. So like, why am I going to the salon? So for me, it wasn't like, it wasn't nothing but the fact that I have a lot of automation going on, and the fact that instead of me having 24 hours in a day, I have 240 hours in a day because I have 10 different streams of income. So that's what I was kind of saying earlier too. Like, it's not necessarily about like who's the best. It's about branding and marketing. So that's why, y'all, it's so important that you get a mentor, you get somebody, where, you can start learning from them long term. So I don't teach any like one-on-ones unless you're a part of my blueprint. And when I teach those girls in a group, I'm honest. I'm like, you can't learn what I've been able to do in one setting, or, it takes a lifetime mentorship almost. And that's what I have to offer now. So, you need a funnel system set up. Do you have automation right now, sister? Do you have any funnels set up?
I'm kind of getting there. It's not, all the way there right now.
So that's going to be our next thing. Like, I know a lot of you are so great at what you do, but your next level is going to require some automation, and it's a one-time thing. You make the investment, or you can do it yourself. I always, talk about how Millionaire Barber has helped make me so much money, because he's the only person in the industry of beauty who's ever got a ClickFunnels award. So he's like the best to ever do it. So if you're going to get somebody to do something, you definitely want him to be the person. You'll start seeing it though, sister. Like, you get under the right mentorship, you have your systems going, you work on your branding and marketing. I see it all the time. My hair doctors are like, I don't work a lot, or they don't work weekends, or, they work less and make more. That's kind of the goal, So don't, just keep hanging in there. Definitely.
I do have a question, Jasmine. Out of your 10 businesses, is everything related to hair, or you're doing other things as well?
Well, I am into I do have some real estate, but I don't count that, right? Everything is in beauty, right? So everything that I do is pretty much in beauty. I have the product line. Oh, Chen, help me name all 10. I have the blueprint, I have the products, I have a shampoo, conditioner, I have an oil, I have a vitamin, I have a book, I have a $97 a month mentorship program. What'd you say, Chen?
Out of speaking.
No, I'm talking about things that I have on autopilot.
Oh, okay. You've named probably 7, 8 already. Then you have your digital online courses too. You got quite a few of those.
Yeah, I got digital online course. Yeah, so it's all in the beauty. So that's how, when people ask me, how am I, like, I bought a house, it was $700,000. I paid cash for it. I just was going through a divorce, sleeping on the floor. I didn't have anything. So people are like, how you pay cash for it? Some people say it's stupid. Find what works for you. I don't want to work. So I don't want to have to, be out here. A lot of people, they work so hard because we all have bills. We have a lifestyle to keep up with. But honestly, I live a very low lifestyle, and that's how I wanted it. I designed my life to be this way. And that's what I'm always telling y'all, like, no matter where you start, you can design your life how you want it, even if it takes a little bit to get there. So don't ever think that this is something you can't do. I mean, everybody's not going to go out and just spend $700,000 on a house. But for me, it was one of those things where it's like, it was a great investment. I did it when there was a pandemic and it was hard to find homes. And guess what? Now it's worth 1.3. So I can become my own bank and play with my own money here. So you just got to figure out, how can I truly get ahead? Get around the right person, y'all. Sometimes we think that it takes people. It's literally a person. And a lot of times the person who you need the help from is the underdog. Like, I feel like Chen, Millionaire Barber, is the underdog. He doesn't wear his success. He doesn't wear, but it's like, this man got $20 million from the government and retired, and then retired his mother. So I learned a lot of stuff from him. Like, I don't know a whole lot of other people on the internet where I'm like, oh yeah, I'm in a program. I'm not, but I've learned a lot from Chen. So it literally takes one person to change a whole life with the right mindset, for sure. Hopefully that answers your question, sister.
It did. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I have
Somebody said
another
when you go.
question.
Yeah, sure. Somebody said when you go live, how long do you stay on? You can stay on for as long as you want. 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I'm not even going, I go live for however, sometimes a couple minutes, just however you feeling. You can also save the live, sister, and when you save it, you'll realize that more people are gonna view it versus you going live and people actually viewing it. All right, you can go ahead, love. You said you have a question? Somebody said they have a question?
Yes, I'm sorry.
Hey.
So what advice would you give to somebody like getting ready to enter the salon? Because I'm like at the end of school, about to take my certification test. Like, what advice could you give me like entering the salon?
You have to come out, I wish somebody would have told me this when I first started in beauty school. I wish somebody would have told me to niche down. I got out of beauty school as a colorist, sew-ins, quick weaves, freaking cuts, clipper cuts. I mean, everything, I did everything. And I thought that was a way to do it. And nobody ever told me up until I met Chin that I needed to niche down. I need to become the best at a thing. And it's funny, one of my friends posted something like this today. My friend Papa Chugu, he said, a lot of people say you need multiple streams of income, but you got to become known for a thing. So when someone think of you, what are they going to be like? She's the best at what? So when I think of somebody like Razor Chick is not trying to do wigs. I don't know if y'all know who she is. She literally focuses on short pixie cuts. That's her thing, right? With colors. So when you think about yourself, okay, and I'm a scalp specialist, right? So when somebody is having scalp issues, somebody's gonna refer them to Atlanta hair doctor. I have a lot of other hair doctors, but that's just how it is when it comes to branding, right? So getting out of beauty school, sister, you have to know, what am I about to go and dominate? And for a lot of us, like if y'all offering 3 to 4 services, that's too many. Like some of you are like, I do this, I do that. Well, you are going to be that person, unfortunately. Jack of all trades, master of nothing. I used to do the same thing. Nobody told me. I was the lowest paid natural hairstylist in Atlanta, literally the lowest paid in Atlanta. And a lot of other stylists are still charging the same amount. So you think about $65, $75. I was the same thing for a silk press. Now you want a silk press from me, you're going to pay me at least $550. And the prices just went up. And the girls love paying that. So that's why I be talking about as far as like doubling your income. Like you can only make more when you are a specialist at something. Because think about this, when you go and get, for any of my moms on here, when you go in to deliver your baby, you're not trying to go to no doctor that talking about, oh, I fix teeth. You know what I'm saying? I can deliver a baby. Oh yeah, but I also help women who going through breast cancer. Oh yeah, I do that too. Like, and that's how we be sounding. Like we do everything, but like, I'm not looking for nobody who do everything. I'm looking for a specific OBG, you ain't an OBG. Oh no, I'm an OBG, but I do this, and this. It's just it's a turn off. So I want y'all to start thinking at like specialists, like, all right, what am I going to specialize in? 2023 is coming. How am I going to niche down and dominate? So the goal is to niche down and the goal is to dominate in that space. Does that make sense, sister?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
So don't get out here doing all that stuff they taught you in cosmetology school. You better take one of those things and make it go and become the absolute best and document the process. That was a great question, though. What other questions do y'all have for me?
I do have another question in regards to the niching down. So being that, say, you're working on that one thing that you've niched down to, but
Sure.
you still do these other things. Do you just turn those clients away to focus on what you've niched down to do? Or, how would that work? How do
I think it's more of what social media see, So I would still like if someone I'm in a contract with some of my clients. So like, so somebody like Queen Naja, she would come in. It's one person I'm in a contract with, and I would still silk press her hair, but my thing was I didn't always want to show, me pressing out her hair. I just want to really show treatments, so there will be a lot of times where I'm like, well, I don't offer this, while I'm built up, I could really do whatever, but when I was building myself up, you just don't record that. You only push out the thing that you want people to know you as the best. I would do things like sneaker coloring, kind of be like, dang, I really want you to color. I'm like, oh, I don't color hair. But I'm like, you know what? It wouldn't be a problem. I'll stop at Sally's or Cosmoprof real quick and grab a color and I'll just do it for you. I would never record and put it on Instagram or put it on my site, but I would do that for them sometimes. So hopefully that helps.
Thanks for your honesty.
You're welcome. right, who else got a question before we get out of here?
Hey, Jasmine, it's Sparkle. Can you look at my Instagram and give me some feedback, please?
Yeah, so what you specialize in?
Braids. No,
Okay, so put your Instagram name in the chat.
Okay.
Also, Chin, can you post the link that if anybody need a mentor, they can actually join the blueprint?
Yes, let me get that link.
Okay, you put, okay, Hair by Sparkle. I love the name. I feel like the name is very easy to read.
thank you.
I feel like if somebody say, Hair by Sparkle, SPARK, it's spelled right, it should just be simple. One of the things that you got to change in your bio, sister, is that you only have knotless braid specialists. You have to find something that is a problem where you create the solution for in the braid with the braids, right? I love how
Okay.
some of the videos, how to increase your braid speed. I love that you're giving that knowledge. That's amazing. Another thing, sister, is that you got to start showing up more. I show up every single day. All of y'all on here, y'all have to show up more. You haven't made a post in 4 days. What's going on?
No, I just made a post today. It's pinned. One of the pinned posts. I did like an introduction and like my journey.
Okay, so before that, you made a post. So you only post like every other day, right? Or every 2-3 days ish?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of y'all need to be posting every single day. Y'all, everybody is on their phones. You can't go nowhere. Every single person is on their phones. So what you got to do is you have to start showing up on these social sites, y'all, every single day. And that is one of the things that's going to help you. Like I tell people all the time, if you haven't made your first million,
I post on my stories every day.
no, everybody say that. No, that's not good enough. You need to post onto your Instagram page every single day and properly.
Okay.
You need to be adding value. A lot of times people just post it. I only come on the internet to serve and to help. I could care less about anything else. I don't want to talk about, I see stuff hairstylists do. I could bash hairstylists, say this, say that. I don't want to do that. All I want to do is help and serve. That's it. So you got to show up every single day. Yes, I post on my stories every single day, but guess what, sister? Every single day, somebody can learn something from me. Because guess what? People are counting on you. They're counting on you to show up. And when you don't show up, you're doing yourself a disservice. So one of the things I tell all my hair doctors is if you want to learn, if you want to make more money, you got to start learning how to serve more. I think for a lot of us, we've gotten away from serving. And part of you serving could be you showing up on social media, going above and beyond for your client. That is how I've been able to make so much money. Like I'm able to charge $350, $375, $400 for just a scalp detox. And that service taking me only, maybe 30 minutes, 45 at the most. And I'm on to the next. How many of us are doing styles and stuff where we still, we doing braids for that amount? That's going to take you 5 hours of your time. What if I told you to do a scalp detox and you make the same amount? It's too unbelievable for a lot of people. But when you learn how to serve and show up and you know how to really work and monetize your Instagram, and I'm talking about Instagram monetizing, I'm talking about you going there and do what you need to do. It's a no-brainer. You're going to make more money. So
Thank
you
you.
gotta show up every single day, sister. And I like that you're doing the education videos where you're posting like, hey, how to braid faster with speed. I feel like your lighting is good, so that's a good thing, but you gotta find a problem with braids. One of my hair doctors is doing, she said braiding with gel is not good. She's in London, one of my London hair doctors. She actually was like braiding with gel is not good. So that's her thing. Like she's finding a solution to, braiding without using gel. So you got to think about that. What is going to be my solution? How am I going to be able to dominate in this industry and in this space? Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
All right. Well, I thank everybody for coming on here. We are over our 10 o'clock meeting. Again, y'all can catch us here next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Chin is going to post the link. If you are in need of a mentor, you can definitely always join my blueprint. And if you are not in that space right now, you can continue to catch us on here. When you join a blueprint, there's a lifetime access. There's a payment plan. There's a private Facebook group. There's a vendor. I help you guys start your own product line. I talk about branding and marketing so much, mindset, mentally, physically, spiritually. Like I'm here to help you in every way. And again, it's a lifetime access. So you don't have to worry about, oh my God, I only got 4 months or 6 months. So I feel this for somebody, 2023, your next level is going to require a mentorship program. All of my funnels that has helped make me millions of dollars, you guys get step-by-step copies, not just copies of them, but a step-by-step video on how to build them out yourself. Millionaire Barber is the person who partnered with me on that, and he actually has that in my blueprint. So if you guys are interested in joining that, you're very welcome, Danielle. You're very welcome. Thank you guys so much. Chin, did you pin the link or no?
I'm gonna pin it. I'll pin it.
Okay, and Chin's gonna go ahead and pin the link. So you guys can just copy that link. And if you guys have any further questions, you're always welcome to DM me. I go live very often, almost every day I go live. Please come on here and please feel free to ask me any questions that you may have. But until then, you guys have an amazing day. Chin, anything else for the people?
No, you shared a lot of stuff. I mean, you covered a whole lot with them tonight. Hopefully they will go out and do the most important thing, and let's implement.
Implement. Let's go, y'all. It's your time. Let's go. I thank you so much. We got Miss Sparkle on here, Danielle, we got Aaliyah, Miss Drip, we got Karen, Rashad, Ryan, Crescia, Miss Evans, Rodriguez. I thank you guys so much for showing up. Y'all go and have an amazing week. I will see y'all again next Sunday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. Y'all can always catch me on here, very consistent, be able to pick my brain, ask questions, and also learn something. So I'll see you
I'll
guys
put
next
that
time.
link up there.
Have a good night. You put the link?
I'm going to put it up there now.
Well, I think it's too late. People already left. It's fine. We'll do it next
Okay.
week. They can DM me if they have questions. All right. Bye.
I couldn't control this computer. This is not my computer. That's what I was struggling with.
Then we headed over to Toy Story.